is that Dave Cullen guy, the guy who was he was trying to debunk my video about SJWs, and they took a screenshot and put it on the cover of the New York Times. So apparently, exactly what I said was going to happen happened. I said that the skeptic community, of which he was a huge part of, back when I came out against the skeptic community 3 years ago, he was one of the main ones that shit on me and had very popular videos that were shitting on me, and lots of his fan base came and ridiculed me and tried to bully me, but you can't really do that because I don't get enough of a shit to be bullied. But and I said, this is pushing our whole community to the right, and next thing you know, like, all you motherfuckers are going to be Christians again. That's the direction it's going. Well, yep. They're Christians again.
So Dave Cullen, otherwise...
Lots of them are joining the faith again. They're rediscovering their Christianity now. That's what skepticism has turned into. So I'm just going to watch a little bit of this.
I've waited a long time to make this video, mainly because I have no idea how people are going to react to it. As you know, I cover a lot of dark and tough subjects on this channel. The fall of the Western world and the fate of humanity type stuff. And through it all, simply calling out how bad things are or how crazy they've become can get repetitive unless a solution can be offered.
Yeah, lying repeatedly does get repetitive, you're right.
Unless there's a pathway to suggest to people. We all need hope and to believe in a better world. Okay. And I hope this video explains...
I don't need any God for that whatsoever. I need no Jesus or no fucking ancient monkey text to believe in hope or believe in a better world. None of that. What the fuck are you even talking about?
Not only my own journey towards an emerging spirituality, as well as some reason for optimism, but also offers a clear explanation of how we can overcome the existential threats facing our nations. It seems now that a pattern is beginning to emerge among many of us who operate in this genre of red pill philosophy. When you take the...
Cringe. God. Is there any phrase that makes people cringe more than fucking red pill? If there's not, if there is, there shouldn't be, because... Holy fucking shit, the entire concept of red pill is so embarrassing. But my favorite part of the whole concept of red pill is the fact that it was basically popularized by two trans people, the Wachowski brothers from The Matrix. Now, I know the term red pill and the red pill concept has been around before The Matrix, but it was popularized by these two trans women, and it's fucking beautiful that the men's rights activists and the anti-HJWs who tend to demonize trans people actually took one of the concepts from trans people and they spread that. Hilarious.
Metaphorical red pill. It's just the first epiphany, the first layer. You realize how much you've been lied to all your life.
By you.
You discover that you've been fed an ideology perpetuated through biased narratives and spin.
This guy's a Christian just saying this. He's talking about his journey back to Christianity, talking about ideologies that are created with spin and false narratives. Holy shit. Talk about a guy who has no self-awareness whatsoever. Then again, he may just be a grifter. He may just know that he's going to make 150,000 views off this, make tons of money, and he knows his audience is a bunch of Christians, and by going this direction, he can fleece the new flock. But holy shit, terrible.
You begin to discern truth from illusion and reject the programming that they attempted to indoctrinate you with. Now, if the red pill is...
Irony! How could you get any more ironic than this? A motherfucker saying this, talking about becoming a Christian again.
The means by which you discover that you've been lied to, the black pill, is how you learn just how dangerous those lies truly were. The black pill is where you descend down the rabbit hole further and learn just how bad things have become. It's where the consequences of evil become truly apparent. It's also the point where you begin to experience a degree of hopelessness and despondence. This is the point of rock bottom. But luckily from there, the only way is up. Things can seem bleak, but it's virtually impossible to stay black-pilled for long. It's simply too...
I want to stay black-pilled. If it means not believing in your ridiculous horse shit, give me all of the black pills. In fact, if somebody hands you a blue pill and a red pill and tells you to choose, take both of them, because free drugs. That's my opinion.
Difficult to entertain nihilism or despair for extended periods of time. Eventually, an appetite for hope, optimism, and meaning begins to develop.
I have all of that. I'm a total atheist, and I have hope. I have optimism. I'm living one of the happiest lives of anybody I've ever fucking known right now. Like, hopefully that comes through. Like, I bet you complain a lot, but man, I'm having a blast doing the show. I'm having a blast in life. I'm having fun. And I'm atheist as fuck, man. I have no belief in an afterlife, no belief in a God looking over. None of that shit. Don't need it. has no bearing on my life whatsoever. You're an idiot that needs that crutch. Now, you may be so weak that you need lies and fairy tales to give you hope, but some of us are not that weak. Some of us are strong enough to deal with reality as it is and take hope in things as they are, not in how we wish they were based on no evidence.
The soul requires nourishment. Enter the white pill, also known as the God pill.
Fuck
you begin to desire action, order, purpose, and a semblance of values in your life. The world may be going crazy, but you're not going to.
I have all that. No God is necessary for any of that. What the fuck are you talking about?
The very values that have been stripped from Western nations by the left for the last 50 years gradually begin to make sense.
What? Hating on gay people? Fucking making sure you can marry children? I mean, what has Christianity brought to us that has been stripped away, that has hurt society? Maybe he will.
I guess I considered myself an atheist since I was about 13. I rejected the religious teachings of my parents, who were both devout Catholics and quite conservative. And as I entered my teenage years, I began to become more liberal, and I believed that I could have all the answers, that science and secularism...
This nothing we got pretends like he's liberal. You're not fucking liberal, dude. You've been talking about conservative politics forever. For years and years and years. You've been nothing but a conservative, anti-establishment douchebag. Why are you pretending like you were this big liberal? Why are all these guys always that make these right-wing videos pretending like they were liberals or they're still liberals or some shit? It's ridiculous. No, you weren't. And no, you're fucking not. And most of you people don't even know what the fucking left is. Like, the left in America is not even really the left, man. The left in America are central right on the worldwide scale, because actual leftist policies are like communism and stuff, not fucking social democracy. None of that is fucking far left. You people just don't have any clue what you're talking about. I had somebody the other day that said milkshaking conservatives was fascism, because all fascism is political violence. And I'm like, you have no clue the words you're using. Fascism is not simply political violence. Fascism is ultra-nationalism with a strong, centralized leader. That's what it is. That's not fucking what we're talking about here, you know? Communism has violence in it too, political violence, but it's not fascism. People have no clue the fucking sentences and words they use.
Were adequate substitutes for religion and faith. But as I grew older, I also became more conservative, and I began to realize that the wisdom of my parents was based on something timeless, universal, and tried and...
Yes, the wisdom of your parents who went to a Catholic church and literally paid to cover up child pedophilia for years. Your parents literally worked their lives away at a job that they probably didn't like. They exchanged their very, 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 very valuable hours in their life for money. And then they took this very, very, very valuable hours of their lives they exchanged for money, and they gave it to pedophiles in order to cover up pedophilia. Amazing wisdom your parents had. You should definitely listen to what they fucking have to say.
Tested for thousands of years. That the teachings of Christ were a set of rules and instructions that not only made intuitive sense when carefully studied, but actually had been essential in building and maintaining our Western civilization. While a decade ago I had buried myself in The Horseman, in my mid to late 20s watching Hitch, Harris, Dawkins, and Dennett own religious apologists in debates time and time again, I had, however, dismissed all too quickly that the Horsemen were simply unable to adequately refute the claim that you cannot get an ought from an is. Science is the means by which we understand the physical world around us. It is not the means by which we derive our morality. For that, we need philosophy, metaphysics, religion. Human beings need...
No. You don't need any of that. It's basically empathy. That's all you need. The ability to put yourself in other people's shoes, understand what they're going through, and then treat them as you would want to be treated. It requires nothing else. Literally zero else to have morals. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? If God disappeared tomorrow, if your belief in God disappeared tomorrow, you wouldn't go out, rape, murder, and kill people. The reason you wouldn't do that is because your beliefs and your morals have nothing to do with religion whatsoever. And if they did, you would be a psychopath who should immediately be locked up and nobody should listen to. So which is it, dipshit?
Relatable stories, instructions, parables, in order to develop a moral and ethical frame.
This guy's definitely a Jordan Peterson fan. All right, I played enough of that as I could. I'm not going to play the whole damn video, but... Oh, God. Back to the religious grift. This is what we're going back to again. You know, the skeptic community, our entire job was to stand up and destroy people like Joe Rogan, who have shameless lying comment grifters on, and destroy people who spread religion, religious dogma and bullshit. And instead, the entire community decided that blue-haired college kids were the greatest threat on the planet. They turned their back and they let all these people rise up again and take back over, and that's exactly what is happening. But no, fuck. Round 2 of the battle against religion has just begun. Apparently, we need a new revolution. We need a new revival. against the new crop of religious assholes that are popping up. And if nobody else is going to do it, fucking I'll do it.